There is a lot of hype that surrounds the Steampod, and people often question, is it just that? Is it hype or is it worth it? So I'm going to talk you through it and I'm going to show you in use. I haven't actually used it yet, but as you can see, my hair is fairly straight anyway, but it needs a little bit of smoothing. So this is the new 3.0 Steampod. And then if I show you, I'm going to actually have to put this down to show you the older version, because this is the older version of the Steampod. It's far more bulkier, heavier. It had a separate container to hold the water because the Steampod works on water because it is a steam straightener. Even if we look at the actual design of the straighteners themselves, the 3.0 is sleeker. Even the actual holding part of it isn't as bulky as the original. I still am a huge fan of the original, but the new one is just that little bit sleeker, easier to use, and the fact that it doesn't have the extra container to hold the water, because the water is all held in it there itself, it means that you're going to take it out a little bit more to use, because that was the problem with the old one. I didn't take it out as often to use it because of the extra container. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you on here, but it does have 3 separate heat settings. There is the 180, there's 200 and 210. Because I have quite a lot of hair, I am going to put it up at the 210 setting. Now, as I said, I have got hair extensions. My own hair is quite short, and I would have an awful lot of hair. Personally speaking, I feel that if you have got fine hair, you probably don't need a straightener like this. Now, steam straightening is probably going to be better for your hair, for like less damage on your hair, but for me, the big selling point and the reason you would spend the big money on the Steampod is if you have curly or if you have thick hair, and if you have a lot of hair, it is going to help smooth the hair down, straighten it, and it keeps it straight for longer. That to me is the benefit of it over the likes of the GHD. So I'm going to section my hair off, and as I use the Steampod, I'm going to talk you through it. So the Steampod itself, it does come with a little comb that attaches just in here, but I take it out because I just find it gets caught in my hair. It has got these little vents there, and that is where the steam comes out. So you do, I don't know if it'll catch it on video, but you do need to use the hair straightener in that direction at all times because it's releasing the steam. So what are the benefits of steam straightening? Well, one of the benefits of steam straightening is there's less frizz, there's less damage to the hair, the results last longer, and is just overall a little bit more gentler on your hair, which is what we want because we don't want to keep adding loads and loads of heat to our hair all the time. Sometimes I will just use my brush to go ahead first, just to kind of brush the hair out, and I don't know, I just find that this works for me a little bit better. Now that to me is silky straight, and it does, like, you do have to go slow. Like, you're not going to get, if you go over your hair and you just do this, you're not going to get the best results out of your hair straightener no matter what it is you use. So it's just nice and slow over the section and let the steam do its work. The Steampod is an expensive tool. It's probably one of the more expensive hair tools, but personally I feel if you have got thick hair, if you've got curly hair, if you've got kind of unruly hair, this is going to be better for you. If you have fine hair, you're probably one of the people that doesn't get the hype because your GHD does the same job. Because your fine hair or hair, people that don't have like masses of hair, it's going to be the same with the GHD, but the steam would be better for your hair in a healthier way. I'm just going to get at it. I'm going to straighten my hair and I'm going to come back to you and talk a little bit more. Okay, so that is my hair fully straightened. Like, it is, I don't know if it's going to pick it up on the camera here, but it is silky smooth. And the Steampod I find also helps add a little bit of shine to it because the steam is helping lock the moisture back into the hair. Personally, I 100% feel that this is worth the spend. I love the finish that the Steampod gives. It's nice and straight, but at the same time it still has the movement in it. As I said, there is the little bit of the shine to it, and supposedly, and I haven't tried it with this, you can curl your hair with that, but to be honest, I've plenty of other tools I can curl my hair with that I don't need my Steampod for that. If you have the original one, you probably also don't need to upgrade because it is still a fantastic tool. It's just so bulky because, oh, like it's even stuck to the thing there. It has got the 2 containers to it, and this part is a little bit, as I said, bulkier. That was just a really quick overview of the Steampod, showing it to you in use and giving you a little bit of a finished result.